Yair Rodriguez versus Jeremy Stephens 2 takes place in the co-main event of UFC on ESPN 6, Boston. It's a great fight. It's much better this time than the first. The build-up's more. I've never been so thankful for a no contest in a main event, because now it's way more interesting. For some bizarre reason, nothing about the two fighters have changed, but just because of the drama, it's way more interesting. I'm all in. I feel like a lot of people are picking this fight. If you'll notice, everyone was kind of picking Yair in the first fight. There was a lot more people picking Yair. And after the last one, now there's less. It's all emotional. You can't be emotional when you're making predictions. Just because you think Yair looked in the wrong and you don't like him for that, why are you making your... We learned this from Covington Lawler. ESPN were putting out polls and 70% were voting for Lawler to win. Are you blind? You have to see past that. Okay? I think Yair Rodriguez is going to win this one. I don't see him finishing Stephens, but I really can see him piecing him up. I think 3 rounds really helps him, because he can go hard for 3 rounds. He doesn't have to worry in Mexico with Stephens training at altitude there the whole time. He gets a little bit more time. The altitude training, it helps, but it's not as big a factor anymore. I feel like a lot of people made a huge deal about Stephens acclimating to the altitude long before the fight, and Yair Rodriguez not doing that. Now that doesn't mean anything. So that's against Stephens already. It's in Yair's favour again. I'm going with Yair. And also, from the few seconds we saw of that fight, what happened? What happened in a few seconds? We have something to judge. We have a short amount of fighting to judge. And I'm going to use that short amount to try and get something from. Because you've got to pay attention to it. The fight starts. Jeremy Stephens, who we think is going to start out really aggressive, freezes up in front of Yair Rodriguez. Rodriguez within 2 seconds. Within 2 whole seconds. Leg kicks Stephens. Front kicks him in the face. Leg kicks him again and gives him the old John Jones special. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we have to go off of here. I feel like Yair's just going to be more switched. I thought Yair was going to be timid in the first round of the Stephens fight. He came out switched on as fuck. There is one thing that I will mention here. And it is an intangible that makes me worry for Yair. He is very emotional. And he is very aggressive. I do wonder... Remember, Stephens has been doing this a long time. If there's someone who isn't going to have emotions going into the cage, it's going to be Jeremy Stephens. He's been doing this far too long. Yair Rodriguez going in there, hating Jeremy Stephens, thinking that Jeremy Stephens has ruined his life. Young guy in Yair Rodriguez, still not fully developed, still not masses of experience, may go in there over-aggressive and become KO'd. Because it can happen. And Jeremy Stephens has made a career off of destroying hype trains and KOing up-and-coming contenders. Remember when the rave was Doo Ho Choi? Bink KOs him. Josh Emmett's the next big thing. Boom. Stephens smokes him. That's what he does for a career. So he's used to this shit. I feel like 3 rounds is going to heavily favour Yair though. I don't see Stephens wrestling with him. I see Stephens trying to stand up. And I think after... Not a lot of people watch the Zabit fight again. It feels like Stephens lost a little bit of the massive explosion. If you go and rewatch that Zabit fight, he just didn't either. I mean, he made it a good fight, but just those shots don't seem to have that same. You know what I mean? That shot don't. It's not KOing people flat anymore. I don't see this happening. Yair's got a phenomenal chin. He's always in the fight. He's got amazing cardio. He's got good grappling. He's the younger guy. He's learning more. If anything, this fight, given more time, is going to help Yair as well, because he's going to be able to learn more and evolve more as a younger guy. I've never been so happy for a fight to be rescheduled. This card was actually before, was like... I mean, I guess it's a big card, but now it's got this fight on it. It is phenomenal. I like this. I feel like Yair's just going to be too much for him on the feet. Stephens, he used to have a sick leg kick. He didn't use it against Zabit. Maybe because of the fear of the takedown. So maybe we're going to see him open up with that more on Yair. Because obviously you know Zabit's going to try and take you down at some point in the fight. He can be spinning wheel kick in 1 second and double legging you in the next. He mixes it up like that. So maybe that's something he's going to be able to open up with on Yair with leg kicks. But I've seen Yair get the shit beat out of him by Korean Zombie. Which now looks more impressive because Korean Zombie just smoked Renato Moicano like it was nothing. So I'm going with Yair. I feel like a lot of people are going to pick Stevens out of just emotional, their feelings getting the better of them. I don't know, man. I see this one going to Yair. I think he gets the job done. I don't see a finish, though. I just don't see it. For some reason, there's a few guys in the UFC that I can just kind of never see getting KO'd stiff. Like, in my mind, when I really think about him, I don't think I'll ever see them get KO'd stiff. Yoel Romero's one of them. He got dazed once in Strikeforce and finished, but that was at light heavyweight. I don't ever see him getting KO'd in his UFC career. It's just strange. And Jeremy Stephens is one of those guys. But I think Yair's just going to piece him up. The moments, I said this in my full fight prediction video for the whole card. The moments are going to go to Stephens. He's going to land the big shots. I reckon he's going to have a moment where he maybe hurts Yair. But I think the consistency and the frequency is going to be on Yair's side. I feel like we're going to see a fight that's quite like Yair will tag him up 10 times. Stephens will land a good 1-2 that sort of snaps Yair's head back. Yair will pick apart him with leg kicks and jabs. Stephens is going to land a big shot that maybe hurts Yair. I feel that's what we're going to see, and I feel like Yair is going to come out on top. If he can survive the first round, that KO power only goes down. Little by little. And Yair doesn't get tired. So, I like him in this fight. I feel like he's going to get the job done. And after he wins this one, if Zabit beats Qatar, I don't think he's earned a title shot. Because there's Korean Zombie Ortega. And if Zombie beats Ortega, that's a much bigger win than Calvin fucking Qatar. And it's in the main event in South Korea. So that's going to have a lot of fucking hype behind it. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a 3-horse race at the top of featherweight after these next few weeks of fights. We're going to have the winner of Zabit Qatar sitting around waiting for a fight. We're going to have the winner of Rodriguez Stephens waiting for fights. And then the Korean Zombie Brian Ortega winner will also just be there. Like, I guess it's which one does it more impressively. We'll see. Good times. Max Holloway, he's got his fucking division back. You know what I mean? Especially if these younger guys come through on a lot of these fights. Max Holloway's got his division back. Because for a while when he was fighting Aldo, the main reason he rematched Aldo is because there was literally no one else worthy other than Edgar and Aldo. And that was it for the whole division. Everyone had either lost to Edgar and Aldo or lost to Holloway himself. So there was no interest. Now we've got the clean sweep of all the newcomers. Zabit's in the mix. Ortega recently has rose to the top, even though he's already fought Holloway. Korean Zombie's back in the mix. Stephens, Yair this weekend. Featherweight's a big division. A really big division. I feel like Yair's going to win this fight, though. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. YouTube demonetizes all my shit, so I'm just doing it for fun, I guess. Cool story.